Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Human Revolution. I don't feel so good, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I've resolved that until we've beaten this game, I'm just going to eat like Adam Jensen.
Oh, no.
So I've been eating a box of cereal and 2 cartons of cigarettes every day.
It has a flair for choosing his people, Mr. Jensen. You have done me a great service today.
I was worried. That sounds more balanced than I was assuming. I thought you were just eating entire thermoses of protein in the container every day. And I was like, oh, do you need some laxatives?
Not every day. That would be expensive.
Words
Hold on, wait.
do it
Cute
justice.
Arrow speaking.
To fully comprehend the ramifications of what's been created in Panchaea, you'd have to see it for yourself. And who knows? Perhaps one day you will.
Foreshadowing.
I like that guy's hoodie.
I'm surprised I made it out of that okay. I jumped down here because I put my cursor... Well, it is green.
Huh. Is that a friend of ours?
I don't know. I mean...
Do you want to find out? Or are we just gonna play sneak friends?
I think I'm just gonna be shy. I'm gonna be that shy kid who gives everybody a Valentine equally
Yeah.
in the boxes, like before they show up early that day,
Yeah.
steal into the classroom so they can give everybody a Valentine card. I don't think that's a I think this is another one of those common touch points that's probably more missed than hit.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. I don't know. Do they still do that? That's weird.
What?
The Valentine's Day thing in schools. The making your little Valentine's Day box and then you have to give a Valentine to everybody.
Yeah.
I think it's weird. It is a weird thing to ask of, like, 6 and 7-year-olds. I mean, it's nice to be nice to people, but Valentine's Day is a lot about chocolate and doing it. So it's super odd. I didn't think it was odd at the time because I was mostly concerned with how cool my mailbox was going to be, because it was a fun, crafty thing that I got to do.
Hey, I don't know if I was supposed to do it secretly or not. You know, it'd be
You
really
made
funny.
it.
It'd be really funny if they were non-hostile.
Yeah.
And they were just like, oh, hey, Jensen. And then Jensen is feverishly, like, looking over his shoulder. And,
Sweating.
I'm doing it. I'm going to get in here. And then he goes through the door, and then it's like, later, Jensen. And then the other one's like, he's a good guy.
Yeah. He's real quiet.
Shy, though.
Shy, though, yeah. Oh, I remember one time I got Harry Potter Valentine's Day cards for everyone.
Oh, I was going to say, like, I thought I was going to ask, received or provided?
I liked all of the cartoon characters ones. I thought that I don't know. I liked what we did, but all the why behind it was super weird. And, like, you were supposed to, like, make your crush's Valentine's extra good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were all supposed to, like, well, not teacher sanctioned, right? But as like a 9-year-old or whatever, you're like, what does it mean? You would get a Valentine from your crush because you literally had to give them to everyone in the class.
Mm-hmm.
But you personalized them with, like, your signature and some candy or, like, a note or something. And it's like, oh, they gave me slightly better candy. Does that mean something?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just like a brief introduction to all of the head games that we play with each other, and I don't think it was healthy.
I love that song.
What? Head games?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's by...
Oh.
What band?
I don't know, but I know which one you're talking about.
I think they also did... Who did Kansas? I think I'm thinking of Kansas.
You might be. Kansas has done a lot of stuff. A lot of music that is that is very recognizable and likable and very much a part of Rock Band. You know, I grew up with a lot of good music, so Rock Band was really familiar to me. Like, a lot of the music that was on Rock Band, my parents and family were kind enough to be like, this is the good stuff, kid. Before Rock Band came out and reminded everybody, this is the good stuff, kids. You know?
Mm-hmm. This is the good stuff. You're gonna use it and you go right to the top. Bang, pow, kaplow, straight to the moon.
Yeah. Well,
This just in. This is the good stuff, kid. Yeah.
okay.
That's what it sounds like. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. His augmentations must be failing.
We confused him. Well, anyways, I liked all that music pretty well, but I really got to re-experience it whenever the Rock Band games were popular. It got into my bloods. Before it was just like, yeah, this is the cool stuff that my parents listen to. Woohoo! And then it was just like, I love this, I play this, this is mine. I liked that Rock Band did that for so many good
Utes.
songs. Yeah. And so many people that didn't have that robust rock and roll upbringing that we did. Because you were the same way. I think that our stuff, my stuff that I liked was quite a bit older than yours. You were very much into, like, Heart. Didn't you really like them?
I don't know. I mostly liked individual songs, not really bands.
Yeah, this is true. I feel similarly about that. I'm a terrible band fan.
Oh, I was about to say I'm a bad music fan
Yeah,
because
me too.
I don't learn like individual artists very often or bands. I'm very excited about this because I think that this is a hint that this is one of the places where you can find one of those lasers.
Oh.
Okay, is that guy
He's playing head games.
done throwing a tantrum?
Yeah. Go just give him a hug.
Just a quick one. A small good morning.
But what does it
The
mean?
top of the day to you.
What does it mean? Are we going out now? Was this a proposal?
We hugged, so we're married, right?
Yeah, that's how that works. At least my mommy told me that.
Yeah, you know what else Mom told me? See, I didn't want to participate in Valentine's Day because I didn't have the resources to get a prenup
Yeah.
for
see.
every participant. That's what I learned from my family.
One time, though, I was obsessed with making the box, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I like making things. It's very simple. And one time, I think it was probably the last year I got to do it. I think it was probably 5th grade or 4th grade. My dad helped me make a box that I still have out of metal and wood. And it was an actual mailbox, but it was shaped like a heart.
Mm-hmm.
So it, like, imagine an extruded heart.
No.
You know what I mean. Imagine the shape of a heart and not the anatomical organ, the symbol. The symbol for hearts, you know, the thing that this, you know what a heart looks like. Cartoon hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Cartoon heart emoji, but then, like, if it was long, like a tube. So the front of it looked like a heart and it went all the way through. And then it had a wooden back and it has a wooden front that pops out, and the front of it has like a little slot for cards to go in. I could probably use it as a mailbox now. It just doesn't have one of those little flags.
Mm-hmm.
But it is so cool. And it was spray painted really ugly. It was like pink and I did a tie-dye pattern that it didn't look like tie-dye, but in my child's mind I was like, yes, this is the raddest thing ever, because it was pink and red spray paint just like sprayed over each other so that it was kind of misty mixed together. I was like, this is pink and red tie-dye because I say it is. Because my imagination is real strong. And now it's currently painted blue.
Now I know what object you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've
and
seen that with my eyeballs.
I really like it. I use it to keep random stuff in. I think right now it's full of business cards from art shows I've been to.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I don't know, those seemed like equally precious things that
Although-
should be housed together.
I do have to mention,
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was turned down then?
Huh? What do you mean was turned down?
Well, you crafted this box as a gift for someone,
No,
right?
no, it was the box that you received the Valentines in.
Oh, okay.
Remember
I
how we would all
misunderstood.
make the boxes?
No,
Like you get a
I
cereal box and you
remember-
wrap it in colorful paper, or you get like a tissue box or something like that.
I remember precious little of my life.
Oh no, I loved that part. I remember one time I had I had wrapping paper that had roses all over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I used the wrapping paper to wrap the box, but then I cut out individual roses on the extra and then like poofed them up 3D around the opening that I cut in the tissue box. Or no, I think it was it was a shoebox because it had a lid that came on and off. So I wrapped it really well. Well, my mom wrapped it really well, and
Well,
then
I
we cut
watched
out
my mom-
roses. No, it was my idea though. That's the important thing. Mom helped though. She's always been very precise at things, and when you go to wrap presents, you want precision. And it was I think that still exists too somewhere, but
Have I ever told you about my 4th grade science project?
no.
That was me being you.
Oh,
It was just a poor example because I'm pretty sure you probably would have done all of your science projects.
well, my mom did help me with my science projects a lot, but it was more like she was my supplier.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would give me, like she works in a lab, so she had like petri dishes and knew where to get things like pH test strips and stuff like that.
My science projects were uniformly crap because my parents didn't take them seriously as students or as adults.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't even a situation where, like, my willingness to participate wasn't a factor
Oh, it was just like, yeah, you do whatever.
because no matter, even if I had like a burning desire to have a really good science project,
Uh-huh.
I was underfunded.
Yeah.
There's really no way for a child to, like, it was a pain for my dad to have to drag one of those trifold boards home,
So,
and they were like, this is stupid. Why do these cost so much? Why don't they provide, why doesn't the school provide one to you? They had like this strong moral stance on it, and I see, like, it was the kind of thing where teachers, for whatever reason, would decide, like, oh yeah, it's just, if you don't do a good science project, you lose a whole letter grade. There was a period of my life where I would drop to, like a B in science.
just because you didn't get supported on your science projects.
Yeah.
I feel like I never took them seriously, but I think that I took them really seriously. But not seriously like, you have to do this or you'll never get into college. It was like, look at this super fun thing we get to do. Although I never had money to do the sandwich board thingies, or not sandwich boards, whatever, those trifold boards. But I made it out of cardboard. I mean, like, I got boxes and strapped them together when we needed a trifold for the display. And then, like, we had partners, so a lot of times, like, the partner, I would put in most of the work, but then my partner would, like,
finance it.
Yeah. I think that that's a fair deal. I remember one time I made a social studies project, which was really, really fun. It was about the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and we got all this
It's
styrofoam.
pronounced pizza.
Yeah, that pizza tower. Anyway, and we went to the social studies fair, and it was interesting. We didn't, like, win or anything, but we actually got to go to the fair that wasn't at the school, which was cool. But it was really crappy, I thought. And I remember printing out a lot of little arches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a styrofoam, think of a cake. a tiered cake made to look like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but made out of styrofoam. But then we spray painted it, not knowing, and nobody stopped us. Why didn't they stop us? But not knowing that the spray paint would degrade the styrofoam. And I was going to draw arches on it, but the styrofoam was basically pudding and slowly melting. And it was actually perfect because it was the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and we were talking about the structural problems. So it was fine, but it smelled like cancer and brain damage. And the only solution I could come up with is that I went and
That's
used...
what growing boys and girls need to grow.
Well, and I used clip art arches. Like, I used, like, Microsoft Word's clip art to make an arch. And then I printed out rows and rows of arches for the thing. And so we stacked arches around the edges and called it a day. And I think that maybe we got in there because there was so much effort put into it. It was ridiculous.
Well, I've got to congratulate you. Pile of poisonous slag beats plain white poster board with a couple of notes stuck to it any day of the week.